Thank you for joining in our program. First of all, the viewers might want to know more about Thales business in Indonesia and what role Thales plays in defense industry.
So first of all, thank you to invite me today. So I'm very pleased to be with you on the afternoon. I would like to say first that Thales is considering Indonesia as a strategic country in which we want to invest more and to do more. Why? Because we have one historical presence, more than 45 years, and we have some track records in different markets, space, defense, and digital and identity. For defense, we have been established a strong link with the defense industry for a couple of years, and we have changed our strategy in order to be much more local. It is a fact. Today, with the PT Lane and Defend ID, we have a strategic partnership in order to develop national capacity, I would say, Merah-Putih product. So we are today, in terms of business, addressing the market of the defense, representing 60% of our activities. And also, we are a supplier for Cominfo, the Ministry of Telecommunication, for telecom satellites, in order to increase significantly the performance of connectivity of Indonesia. And more, we are in the market of digital, cyber, and I'm pretty sure we will address later these technologies.
45 years is a long time. And how do you see the business development in Indonesia? Does it meet your expectation?
So the market in Indonesia is quite dynamic. We see in different sectors, and especially the digitalization program Indonesia has today, we have to be on time, and the time to market is quite important. So this is the reason why we need to have local partners, Indonesian partners, in order to lead us in terms of addressing the market. So this is the case today. He mentioned PT Lane, but we have other partners, not only in the national sectors, but also in the private sectors. So I think it's quite challenging, but we are quite committed to accelerate, to speed up our technology, to bring the best advanced capabilities.
45 years must have ups and downs, and we saw recently there's volatility in the global and also in domestic. And how you keep your optimism with business in Indonesia?
So the market is very dynamic, and let's meet the example of the internet access for more than 270 million population in Indonesia. So the Ministry of Cominfo, for example, needs to have a new telecom satellite every 3 years. So it's quite a short time. So this capability has to be developed more intensively in order to satisfy the need of Indonesian citizens. And Thales, we will contribute by developing the capability of satellite and developing as well the part of the local content. And the challenge we have today is clearly to be much more local, I did mention, but to increase significantly the local content. So, and I think it's a challenge for us.
And how do you see Indonesia compared to other countries in Southeast Asia?
So what we see, Indonesia is an ambitious country, having some priorities. For example, the cybersecurity is a quite national priority. This is the reason why we have signed an MOU with the BSSN, which is the National Agency for Cybersecurity and Encryption. So we can count on Thales for delivering this kind of capabilities, technologies, and this is, I think, a good momentum today with the local industry, with different sectors, national or private, to deliver these technologies. So we are committed once again. Indonesia is a growing market at the region, So we want to be committed with the local industry and with the government. Thales will deliver the capacities that the customer needs.
We understand that we have a big market which also creates a big potential for technology business. But based on your experience, what are the biggest challenges in Indonesia?
The biggest challenges as well is the human capital. I think it's quite important because Thales, you are usually in Indonesia offering a package of solutions and products, including some financing. But the most important today, I think, is you have to focus on the training, the educational plan that Thales can develop locally. And this is the case today. We are under discussion with different universities in order to make sure that at the end we are delivering our technology, but having some experts in order to execute properly some program and to develop the capability for the country. So the human capital, once again, is our priority and the big challenge to take up beyond 2024.
We saw how technology is always improving. And how do you see in this defense sector that technology in Indonesia already has big improvement? Do you think it's already in the maximum capacity, or what we should do to make it better?
But if we are referring in the defense market, we see that this market is already demanding. Why? Because we have to take into account new threats, such as air drones, for example. So now we have to improve not only the capability of detection, but you have to improve identification of the threat. And this is typically a lesson learned from Ukraine war. So now it's very important for Thales and our local partner to add new technologies such as AI. So having a specific module in our system in order to improve the detection and the identification of the threat and with a very safe manner. And meantime, we are Thales exploring a new technology with a quantum because we want to improve significantly the detection of our sensors and to improve the performance by a factor of 10,000. So it's a huge change. And Indonesia, obviously, as a strategic country, we will develop together with the local industry.
You mentioned about AI. This is very interesting. How do you see the infrastructure can compete with AI technology right now, especially in defense sector?
We cannot say that we can compete in different technology. What's important, for example, we are talking about cyber security, but we cannot have AI with a good cybersecurity, and is important today for having a global view of what we can do together within the Indonesian partner. And AI with cybersecurity I think, is the same system in order to increase at the maximum of the performance.